Yeah, these guys and daughters, come on.
I'm trying.
Sorry, I didn't intend to have a paparazzi too, like, so, hi, I'm Rachel. It's such an honour to be here. It's my nan's birthday today. She was born on the 20th of September 1935. She's a dead legend now, but if she was here, I don't know how old she'd be. This is for her. And the boy I fell in love with, I imagine I fell in love with in her house. I wouldn't know him without the internet. But if we were 11, I imagine we would have met climbing my grandmother's eternal mulberry tree out west in Cabramatta, in the school holidays, or in someone's auntie's backyard next to a hot plastic slip and slide, a blue camping tub drizzled with neon green morning fresh, a bucket of silky suds, our scrawny wet legs, shins torn, knees blooming welts, rubbing our ankles itchy as we fail to flake the sticky grass. The mud we have ripped up from the earth when battering our young bones past the finish line home in our fingernails and hair, until our mothers and their mothers banish us from the house, scolding us filthy. We might have felt weird, standing in the baking heat naked in our cozies with no swimming pool or sprinkler in sight, until someone's older brother pushes the tip of their thumb inside the mouth of a garden hose and sprays us like a fan, pelting our faces laughing and we forgetting our awkward bodies, trying to capture the disappearing rainbow in the grass with our feet, throwing ourselves on the lids of bins lined against the fence to catapult into neighbours' backyard where ice blocks are promised. Paddle pop sticks tossed everywhere, some shoved into the cracks of the deck, creamy banana smoothie moustaches, some are cooking the new top cul-de-sac tar into lava, and after losing the ball down the storm drain, we would bash tennis rackets against each other like knights with their swords jousting at the dead end of the street, yelling "car!" even without one. I swoon when you spare my life at laser tag. We might watch the first Avengers movie at Parramatta Westfields, bathing in the only air conditioning to touch us after enduring the simmering seatbelt burns that got us there. The first time I would have said I love you would have been on the back steps of the laundry as the southerly hits, the unforgiving slam of the fly screen, the poking nails in the timber I stubbed my toes on, my nan forever listening from the kitchen sink. The scrape of our yellow lab's metal bowl with 3 cups of kibble inside, the music of it skinning the pavement. You would beat me to feeding her and we wouldn't have looked at each other until we knocked down the box of Lucky Dog biscuits from on top of the fridge. As Nan calls me for a bath and spaghetti and cheese for dinner, it's the 6 o'clock news. The foot fan always clicking its turning neck. I send you home with freshly washed clothes from the day before and the love-tattered board games you brought over. You say it back when I'm letting you out the front door, 2 hands undoing the latch. Your board shorts splashing the lino, my nan scowling, your mouth sucking the chlorine from your t-shirt. Your father burning up in the driveway, our loving Vietnamese neighbours waving you goodbye, probably putting you in my locket, texting you on my Nokia E63. Giggling until I fall asleep in the cool cotton sheet floating on my stiff sunburn, my face still soaking up Nan's vanilla moisturiser, my childhood stuffed puppy dog, the cold press of his broken button nose edged in the crevice of my neck. Do you remember the last time you were small enough to shove your foot inside the bottom of the bucket, the horror of it being stuck there for a second? Do you remember the last time you filled regular party balloons with the outside tap until they snapped? How sometimes the sacred source would be guarded by a cousin? Do you remember, like me, how sometimes childhood was a kingdom where no one ever died or was lost? Life was as long as those sweltering summer days, waking up to a muffled 2G BFM, radio static buzzing, falling out of a tree, forgetting our bodies before the internet, before the southerly, and bedtime. Woo!
Amazing. A friend